Hello all, happy Friday and all of that shit. So as I teased in my last video, I've learned a nice little technique to actually add floors as well as thicker ceilings, but to be honest, you know how to do that, just use the concrete. But actually add floors to the houses and sanctuaries, because you look around, it's a bit bollocks really, isn't it? This won't hide the leaves, it'll hide some of it, but you can't raise them high enough to actually hide the leaves, but it does just make the whole thing a little bit tidier. Now, also, by the way, I have a separate playthrough, so I have two saves. The one that you see with all the tutorials, and then my own one, just because I wanted one where I didn't feel obligated to record every single thing I do, and it's more just Davies fuck around. I also experiment in it, but this is my sanctuary. I'm not going to show you the inside, because that's not the point of this video. However, if you are curious, I did tweet a 30-second snippet earlier today, because it's quite short, and I'll put a link in the description so you can go check that out. Also, the concrete looks so good as walls. Like, it doesn't look ridiculous. It got very much Covenant vibes, which I quite like. Anywho, enough of that bullshit. So, this is my little contraption-y thingamajig. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the wee ones, or just 3. And then 4 or 8. Look at me and my maths. Plus, I added one more just in case I need some extra room on the long side. I've actually done this before and I don't, but I'm going to leave it on there anyway. The reason for the concrete at the front is because if you go over here, when I first tried this, it actually fits perfectly all the way round. It's all grand, except from about here, there was a gap. Now, I decided I wanted to try the concrete because it actually looks pretty decent. You can always take it out. But what you can do, if you don't like having concrete on the inside of the house, you can literally just, once you put the ceiling and the floor in, you can literally just rug glitch, the hold X rug glitch, so I'll show you in a second, but you can just do that and then just put these where the gap is, like there, but also concrete's easier for getting it so it's perfect. Anywho, right, and also don't feel the need to scrap everything. I have, in this one, and I'm going to remove that just so it doesn't get in the way, but it generally actually doesn't. You don't have to remove those. I had things when I did one of my houses where I completely forgot to clear out a room and it was fine. But just to stop any annoyance, I'd recommend moving everything out if you can, but don't feel the need to scrap everything. Okay, so there we go. You got your foundation here. Okay, right. So hold X. Oh, wait, put it down. Hold X. Thank you. Now, a lot of people loads of people just don't know how to do a technique, which is completely fine. What I'm going to be doing is firstly I'm going to get the angle correct, right? Now, on the right side there, I deliberately make it so it's in the red side. I'm not aiming to kind of get the floor in just yet. The very important that you get it angled correctly, because it just looks really weird. If it's slightly like a millimeter off, it just looks odd, but it's very, very simple to do. I actually think I've done this perfectly. Almost. Oh, wrong way. Different bumper, David. There we go, perfect. Right, so that is nearly perfect. Oh, oh, bumpers, you suck. Oh, fuck it. Oh, that's perfect. There we go. Now, from this point on, when you got the angle how you like it, you don't want to use the just general, like if I just move around, obviously I can move it around with the left and right bumper. You're going to be using, now I'm going to use the PlayStation description of how to do this. A load of you know what I'm going to do, but at least 5-10% of people will comment going, I don't know how to do that. On PlayStation, anyone on PC or Xbox, please leave in the description, in the comments, how you do it, because I don't know the controls. So if I hold X and use the left bumper, I can move it around without adjusting the angle. But I'm also, and very essential, is raising up and down. Continue holding X, hold L1, left bumper, up, down. Okay, so now we're on the same page with this, because if you probably could do it with just free movement, but you're going to find it really hard to get the angle. So firstly, let's get it inside. So you want it kind of quite close, about there, so you can just see a little bit of it. Move it inside. Just keep, there we go, perfect. So now it's inside. I'm gonna, okay, right, there we go. Now that's how it, don't worry about the front too much, because your walls will cover up any gaps. And also it's better to have the walls a little bit far back. Just, yeah. Now we're going to raise it up and down. I could place it there, and actually I think it might actually be weirdly in the exact right position, but it's always better to check. Up. Oh, see, it wasn't. Up. You want to raise it as high as it will let you. So by the way, I'm holding L1 and holding X and using the left bumper, or whatever the fuck the controls are on PC and Xbox. Raise it up. There we go. Now, you want it just below the red, so just little tap, little tap. Perfect, right? Boom. Voila. Look at that. And as you can see, take a look at this. It doesn't look, because I tried this with wood, you know, a while ago, ages ago when I was thinking of trying to make a guide on this, and it didn't bloody well work. And it's especially in the Soul Survivor house, things like the fireplace, just you could see the wood and items sinking in. But it's perfect. See, it doesn't cover everything up, but it just adds a little bit more uniform to the floor. You can use any floor. I haven't really tried this with the wood. I have an experiment. But I'm assuming probably yes it'll work, but concrete is a bit more forgiving. Now, this is the gap I was talking about. See, if I actually added another one of these floors on, it would be poking out the front. And obviously you don't want that. But you've got the gap. But Bethesda, in their infinite wisdom, or just serendipity on our part, have added these. Now you could use that one, but that one's a little too big, so we're going to use, I think, in this house. I tried it earlier, it is a little bit. So you might want to move it. With this house, as anyone that looks like this, you might want to move it literally as close to the edge as possible. With the other houses it was fine, 2 of those worked fine, but yeah, basically just move it a little bit further to the right. But yes, that's it. A little of a short one today. I just wanted to get this out because I know it'll be useful for some of you. I'm also looking forward to hearing you complain about now feeling the need to scrap all your houses in Sanctuary. So you're welcome. As always, have you got any questions or kind of queries on how this actually works? Leave a comment. And if you want to see what my kind of little... This is my personal playthrough, so don't expect for me to make any tutorials on this, but if I make it something cool, I might show you. But if you're curious what the inside of that looks like, I'll leave a link to the tweet in the description, and feel free to follow me on Twitter as well. Anyway, I'll talk to you people on Sunday, as it's Saturday tomorrow, and I'm going to go to the pub. Take care.